The AI shift, why your AI tools aren't delivering and the system that fixes it. This week on the AI shift, I'll show you why most AI tools under-deliver and the simple system we use to fix that fast. I'll even walk you through a 5-role framework you can apply in your business today. I am Craig Pateman and it is good to be with you today. Let me ask you something. How many AI tools are you using right now that were supposed to save time, but your calendar still looks like a war zone? Most business owners I talk to are using 5+ AI tools, ChatGPT, Claude or Gemini for their LLM. They might be using Grok from Twitter. They might be using Jasper for their copywriting, Notion for their workflows, Make or Zapier for their automations. They're using something to generate their videos. They're using something to generate their images. There was a report from McKinsey who came out and said that in excess of 80-odd plus apps most businesses are using to run their business. That's extraordinary. And yet we still have the same complaints, frustrations, and issues. Their leads are inconsistent, their content is scattered, and their team is still stuck on waiting for decisions. Here is the uncomfortable truth. AI doesn't create results. Systems do. And if you don't have a system, all AI will do is help you create chaos or amplify that chaos. And that's what we're unpacking today for you. We're going to bust the myth, excuse me for that if I find the right AI tool, it'll fix my marketing, my sales, my operations, my business. We all want that silver bullet, that the one tool that will write emails, automate our lead generation, finance, write our checks, do everything for us. All we have to do is think the thought and it happens. That may come, but at the moment it's not there. We want the AI to analyze our data. We just want one thing where everything happens, that like it's just our brain transposed to the AI and everything goes on. But here is what really happens. You get caught switching between apps, between this program or that software or that tool. Your prompts pile up with no structure. We've all got the free guides, the free reports, the lead magnets, the best 100 AI prompts to use, the best prompts for this, the best prompts for that. But you're producing all this work now with AI, but you're still unclear about your results, what's working. A stack of tools is not a functioning system. A stack is what you build, what you install. A system is what runs and reliably creates results for you. So all of us have a tool stack, but what you need is a system stack. And we're just going to run through that now for you to show you what we mean. You could be business A, and business A uses ChatGPT to write their content, to help them write their content. They use Jasper to help with their copywriting, maybe for their sales emails, for their landing pages, for a whole range of things. And they use Zapier to maybe do something with their emails. If an email comes in, it answers, sends a reply, does whatever. So they're using Zapier for that. They're using Notion AI to collect their ideas, to collect their thoughts, to collect their initiatives, things they want to do with their business. But there's no workflow, there's no ownership, and there's no feedback loop. It's all just happening somewhere, but there's no logic or thought behind it. Now then we have business B, who's using a system stack. And this is what we mean by a system stack. They've defined AI roles. So they've looked at what they want to happen in their business and they've defined AI roles for that. So they might have an assistant that helps with things. They have an analyst that looks after their data. They have an editor that helps write their content and fine-tune their content. They have a a strategist who helps bring that all together and help move forward to the big picture. So each role supports one workflow. It could be a content calendar. It could be onboarding of new clients. It could be to analyze your sales funnel, to analyze your sales data, to analyze your sales reps' feedback. Excuse me. And each workflow connects to a clear outcome. So there's an outcome of what they want. They want to either generate leads or to follow up with leads or to build a relationship with current customers to improve their retention of their leads. They want some insight into what's working on their website, what's not working on their website, what's happening with their sales copy. And then they want some insight into how they're going to grow their business, what products are selling, what products aren't selling. So what is key to this, and here's the unlock, you don't need more tools. You just need to clearly set out these 5 roles. And what we have worked on and looked at is the assistant, the analyst, the editor, the strategist. You have 3 workflows and you have one source of truth, one clear outcome, one thing you're working towards. That's a system. So you map these 5 roles. You have an assistant, you have an editor, you have a connector, you have an analyst, and you have a strategist. And you map these out in your business. The assistant handles your admin. It handles your reminders for you. It handles the drafting for you of your emails or your content or your sales copy. You have an editor who then takes that for you and improves your writing. It improves the slides. It might improve your sales presentations. You have a connector that links the tool. So if this happens here, it's then moved to here. It all then happens through your automation. So you're not, what you physically needed to do can now happen through the internet and the power of your connections. Then you have an analyst who summarizes your data, who looks to see what's working and what's not working, who does some A/B testing for you and develops the results, and then suggests improvements. So you have that feedback. Then you have the strategist or the feedback who supports your planning, your decision clarity, and that works through for your business. So what you do is you pick one workflow. It might be your email marketing, it might be your client onboarding, it might be your intake of new clients, new leads, it might be writing proposals, or it could be doing sales reporting. And you ask, which AI role should own this? Who should own your email marketing? Which AI role? Suddenly you work out that AI has a place in your business. You give it a job description. You give it some outcomes, and it has a function inside your system. You have a system. You have a marketing system. You have an order system. You have an inventory system. You have an accounting system. And you work through your marketing system. And here we're focusing on your marketing. What happens with your email marketing? What happens with your client onboarding? What happens with your content marketing? And you work through the system you have, the workflow you use, the processes that happen within that, and then you assign AI to a role within that. And that will work through and clear things up for you. So you're not just getting tools for the sake of getting tools. You have an AI role and you work through that. And that's what we have developed and worked through and written about through now and produced videos on working on these 5 AI roles to build into your business to get started with AI. And there are three ways that we can help you with that if you want to take that further. And you want to go deeper, and this is a strategy that you want to roll out into your business. There are 3 ways to go from here if you like what we present. If you want weekly systems like this, subscribe to SmlBiz Pulse. And that is where every month we share with you workflows, automations, AI tools that will use and build your business. If you're ready to build this system in your business, join our next AI workshop, whether it's on marketing implementation or whether it's on using custom GPTs to help build your business. And if you're wanting us to actually help with you and your business to implement this, then maybe you should look at our program, the AI Focus Engine. This is where we build your marketing and lead generation operating system using smart automation, GPTs, and workflows that actually scale. So if any of these of interest to you, DM me system in the comments and I'll send you a link. As we say here, tools don't create clarity, systems do. AI is just noise until you give it a job. That's all for today. So hopefully we covered some areas there for you that will help you get AI into your business, assign it a role, give it a workflow and work on that, and take AI, your business, to the next level by using AI. It's very, very, very good to be with you today. I look forward to seeing you next week when we present another episode of AI Shift. Until then, bye for now.